Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Mike Palmer National Sales Manager Studios, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Doing great. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing well. Yeah.
Good.
I'm not a national sales manager or anything, but I'm getting by. So
Who amongst us is really,
Yeah.
other than Mike Palmer?
right. All right. Today we are talking about the Davidoff Cru Diademas Finas 2024 limited edition. This cigar is a Diadema, 6 3/4 by 50. Comes out of the Davidoff factory in the Dominican Republic. The wrapper's from Ecuador. The binder and filter are both from the Dominican Republic. Price point is $57, and the cigar was released in July of 2024. And we picked these cigars up from Corona Cigar Company. So if you are in Florida near one of their locations, be sure to stop in for a cigar and a libation. But if you are not, you can give them a call, go to the website, place an order, and it will be shipped to you very quickly. It'll blow your mind. All right. So with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
I was gonna try and get Semisonic tied into that, but I just couldn't. I couldn't go anywhere with. So that's just total failure. Listen, it was. I thought. I'm just gonna say this. I thought it was a beautiful cigar. Great coloring on the wrapper. Really captured that Grand Cru quality that John and I saw in the Dominican Republic when we were there. Gears flashback, really also beautiful figurado, great tapered head, and it was just, I mean that it just really nice proportion. If you really look at it, it's I actually spent time on it. It was $57. I figured I'd give Aaron a $7 look of it.
There you go.
And look what it paid off. Very good. So getting into the cigar too, it really kind of just smoked like a Grand Cru. There was some tobacco, there was hay, there was cream, faint cedar notes, finish of coffee, earth, soft spices. Davidoff would probably say it's full body. This is a 15-minute cigar. Remember, John?
Exactly.
Remember when class would take?
Yeah. Grand Cru 6 3/4. Yeah, I can smoke that in about 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes.
20 if you're sophisticated.
This is a coffee break cigar. Second, third, the ring gauge does play an impact. It gets a little bit softer. You still have that core Grand Cru profile, which if you love it, you can just really enjoy it and keep smoking. But if you get a little irritated or flat by it, then you're like, I'm not getting it. Final third, just coffee, cream, cedar, hay, faint earth, bits of spice, sweet tobacco, medium strength. Just really beautiful burn and draw too from beginning to end. It kind of, well, dare I say, smokes like an old Davidoff. So, John?
Yeah, there was a lot going on in the first third. Creamy spices, medium to medium full strength, tobacco, bread, spicy wood. I think everything kind of fell into balance, maybe by the shoulder, a little past the shoulder, where I got a little bit of citrus sweetness on the finish. Spices calm down to about medium. Bread mixes in with wood on the finish, and some vegetal notes are present on the center. And then I got this really lovely clover honey and wood on the finish. Just really, really nice first third. A little bit of mild tannins to offset the sweetness at the halfway point. On point first third. Second third started out strong, creamy bread, tannic wood, vegetal wood. Spices kind of came through in the post draw after a short delay, kind of at medium, not overwhelming in the palate, I would say. And that profile remained pretty consistent until about the halfway point. And then at the halfway point, tannic wood was really driving the post draw. So all of that sort of vegetal and spice component really fallen off. Spice is really a background note. And through the bottom half, there was spices in the middle of the retrohale, but just not a lot else going on. So kind of a little bit of a disappointment from where it started. Last third, bread, spices, and wood at medium strength, coming in with tannic wood in the finish, and then kind of settled into a spicy bread, woody combination with a little bit of bitterness on the finish. But pleasant, but I wouldn't say quite at the same level as the first third. Burn was straight through the entire review process. And then, as I always comment on, because of the perfecto nature of the cigar, the draw starts out pretty snug, 2.5, 3 notches. And then once it gets to the shoulder, perfect. So kind of what I would expect. So construction was on point. Overall flavor, I'd say above average. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with toasted cedar, black pepper, and mild earth. Got some light hay that joined a bit later. Second third saw the pepper mellow a bit and the earth increase. And then the final third saw the earth become even with the toasted cedar up front and the pepper mellowed significantly. But the earth then kind of ramped back up at the end. I thought this cigar had a nice start. Good flavor combination and delivery. Things dropped a level in that second third as the components moved around a bit and kind of maintained that level the rest of the way. I don't feel that this limited edition version was really standing out from the rest of the Grand Cru line, if that makes sense. I'd be more inclined to just go back to the regular production offerings. I think I'll get a similar flavor profile in a much more pocket-friendly price point than this one. But construction on this cigar, beautiful. I mean, this is what you want a cigar to be constructed like. So you're really just getting a chance to sit down and focus on the flavors. You don't have to worry about anything with this. And with the, like John said, with this kind of a Vitola, that's not normally the super the case. The burn's really easy to get off track in that first third as it kind of climbs up in the ring gauges and gets around the shoulder and stuff like that. So, but this did a really good job of working through all that. But yeah. All right, let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with Seth at 7.17. John and I both gave it a 6.1. So Seth, are you there and talk about your 7.17?
Oh, I'm here. Listen, it was smoked fantastic. I mean, $57 it should. I thought it smoked great for the Perfecto. I love the profile. Burn and draw were great from beginning to end. It's just kind of, I don't know. I love Davidoff Grand Cru. Love the size. Gosh, make it more affordable so I could smoke this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about it.
All right, John, 6.1.
Yeah, it matches up well. I mean, definitely, I got decent value, 2 hours and 48 minutes smoking time, which is pretty good value. But, like you commented, I don't know that it's smoked that different from a regular Grand Cru for me. And I am a bit of a cheapskate / thrifty guy. So, look at that price tag. I'm like, I could almost smoke 3 regular Grand Crus for the price of the limited edition. So
yeah.
I'm not the target market. I think the target market of the Davidoff guy will probably love this cigar. But for me at a 6.1, it's not going to return to it for $57. But the score matches up very well.
Yeah, I score matches up well at 6.1. About above average flavor profile, perfect construction gets it right there. I definitely wouldn't come back to a cigar at this score unless there was some kind of X factor that pushed it over the top for me. But $57 is the Y factor, so definitely not coming back to it at that price point. Like John said, for a third of the price, go smoke another regular production Grand Cru, and you may have similar enjoyment as what you got here. So yeah. So I'll say that, and then I'll get into the final thoughts. Their LE pricing is ridiculous. Like it's just getting out of control. Yeah,
it's out of control.
I understand that this is the market. Cuba is going after this market, and all this uber luxury stuff, and there's a market for it, absolutely. But I don't know, man. It's just I don't think they're delivering. They're not delivering that. They're not delivering value at that price point. Not that they have to, but for those of us that do like to get value out of our purchases. Any thoughts from you guys?
I mean, you're right. For the price, you might as well just get regular Grand Cru. I love that. I do like the Figurado. I think it just was really well done. But
it's a good format. It's definitely a good format.
Yeah, it's just it looks really good. They did a good job with it. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking at like price apple to apple, like no, just go get a Toro, or I think there's a Grand Cru Toro, which is probably
Grand Cru Toro. I think it's 22, 23, something like that. Yeah.
There you go.
And you actually, you know what? If you're at a Corona, you could get a Grand Cru Toro, and you could get a really nice bourbon or whiskey, and you'd still come under the price of the limited edition.
Exactly.
It's a pretty good experience, I would say.
Yep. But lucky for Jeff, his clientele has no problem buying this and the whiskey. So
yeah, there you go.
Doubles it up for him. So it's perfect.
Hell yeah.
All right. Wherever you catch this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Diademas Finas.